report is if this man threatened to kill and track down my family, and then you link a screenshot of this person doing that or a video clip of this person doing that. That's a valid report right there. So I'm gonna submit that, and that's what you'll see. Your report has been received and will be reviewed. No further action on your part is needed at that point. We will review it, and if we feel that action needs to be taken, we will take it. But more often than not, we get reports on petty crap that is just absolutely a waste of time. So think of the report system as the 911 phone number emergency call. If it's a real emergency, use the report system.
Yes.
If it's not, contact the broadcaster or a moderator.
Okay, now, and it brings up something. Now, if you send a report through the report system, does that mean you also start sending Miss Scruffy 20 billion Skype saying, did you get my report? Did you get my report? Please don't do that.
That is another great thing to bring up is do not contact us on Skype, email, or in a channel about a report, because we do not handle reports that way. We only handle reports through the report system with valid proof. So please respect that. We're not trying to be rude. We're not trying to be mean. It's just how we handle the reports.
Does anyone have any questions on the report system and how to use it? I'll try and follow as well as I can in the chat. Detis, the way to report someone when you're not in the channel is some people have multiple names and they'll use one that somebody doesn't know and they'll go in and use that name to make the report. Pally, all the Skype requests I'm getting, I'll accept those when we're done with the town hall.
So what is the next topic you want to cover? I think we got reports covered decently.
I think so. And do they, if they need help figuring out a program to use to take screenshots and stuff, I'm sure that over in Tech Corner they won't mind, throwing links and stuff to some of the really good programs.
That reminds me, I do have something I do want to say in regards to our techs.
Okay.
Our techs are not here to fix your computers.
No.
Our techs are not here to help you with editing images or anything like that. They're here to help you with site issues, specifically site VonLive issues. Outside of that, that's please don't utilize our techs for that. I've seen several different people today looking for a tech to help them with their header image and whatnot, and I'm thinking, it's not what techs are for. Techs are for helping with seriously technical issues. Uploading a header image is not a technical issue.
When you say header issues, what do you mean? Making them a header?
Making them a header, helping them edit the image.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I mean,
we don't mind telling people how to put one already done.
Yeah, I can understand somebody asking, hey, how do I upload it? That's fine.
Yeah, upload, that's fine.
But
don't
go ask them how, if they can make it for you.
I mean, we do have some folks around that will actually gift people with headers and backgrounds and such.
Now, what was that?
I said we do have, some people that go around and they make gifts of the banners and the profiles and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's totally not.
It's totally not something the techs and the staff for the crew do.
Yeah. Yeah, there are several people within the community that would love to, and have offered to make banners and I call them headers, some call them banners, and background images for their channels. So definitely look for those folks in the community.
Those of you who like doing that can hang out in Tech Corner and let people know that you know how to do that.
That is a good idea. Hang out in Tech Corner to let people know that you're available to help with that.
And can I say something else about that, Mark?
What's
about
that?
hanging out there? I've had several messages, whether they're, through emails and through the Skype and things like that, where folks are interested in, becoming techs and crew. And I tell them that right now we're not adding at this moment, but one of the best things to do is to get out in the community and get involved and help people out, and we notice those kinds of things. So folks that are interested in helping other people out and they're and are interested in eventually getting a badge, I think the Tech Corner is a great place to hang out and get
absolutely.
your name known for that.
One person asked, how do I report someone when they're not in their chat? That is a very good question, and that is something that I'm going to be resolving, because that is kind of a difficult situation.
I didn't even think about that, because some people sign out on purpose.
Yeah, we're going to be adding the report buttons to the new profile pages. Yes, there are new profile pages on their way that fix the bugs that we're having on the profiles. It's a whole new website. We're also going to be adding a report button on the channel pages themselves, so you can report a channel instead of clicking on their name in the chatters list. There's a lot of little things that we're working on right now. Obviously, chat has been a priority, and we've had some issues with the chat system.
Yeah,
but,
and that's a
it seems
priority.
to have smoothed out now.
And Yvette just pointed out, to the question, how to, he said do a report on yourself. Now, if you do a report on yourself, you have to put the link of the person you're reporting to their page, so that we know who you're reporting.
Yes, please at least include the username in the report if you report your own username, if you cannot track the person down. So that is a good way until we get the new system in place.
I mean, obviously, it's not something I want to see people getting in the habit of doing, reporting using their own name. If you feel strongly enough to report somebody and they're signed into their channel, then please go in there and click on their name to report them.
If the person banned creates a new screen name, ban the new screen name. Will old profiles go to the new site profiles? Will I lose all my friends? No, you will not lose all your friends when we switch to the new profile website.
Okay, one of the other things that we need to look at before we start getting into a serious Q&A is harassment. I know that's already becoming an issue.
Harassment is like a huge gray area.
It's a very huge gray area. And we did create a link, and it's at the bottom of this page, but it's at the bottom of every page you're on, and it says harassment, and click on that and read that. It's got great information.
Now, where can we find this?
It's at the very bottom of the page in the blue section, down at the very bottom when you scroll down.
In the footer of the website, on every page, there's a cyber harassment link.
Thank you. Yes, I was afraid to scroll down. I was afraid it wouldn't go back up, but I got to tell you, chat's loading great. I'm not having any issues with that at all.
Yeah, once I get the new code rolled out, we should have a lot of very little issue with chat.
So yeah,
tonight was a great test on the new system, and
a great test.
Cloudflare was to blame this time. Who knew? I didn't even think of that until I got a message from Mr. Hollywood, aka J-Spin.
Thank you, J-Spin.
He's like, "Hey, Mark Vaughn." Well, that's not what he said, but that's the way he talks. Hey, Mark Vaughn. Cloudflare is showing gateway timeout, and that's Anyway.
Yeah, I'm glad he let you know, because you would have worried if he hadn't. But yeah, harassment is a gray area, Mark, but people need to understand there's a big difference between the normal trolling and interactions that go on these social websites. That's not just us, it's all of them. And then there's a difference between, that and harassment. And any time that anybody feels that trolling has crossed the line to a point where you don't feel safe and you feel threatened, absolutely contact your local authorities. That would be a police matter.
Yes. If you are being harassed on the internet, doesn't matter if it's in Vaughn Live or not, please contact the authorities if you feel your life is in danger. I mean, you of course contact us if it happens on Vaughn Live, but keep in mind there's only so much we can do. I mean, we could IP ban a person that's giving death threats and whatnot,
And we'd have to have proof.
but that only does so much. IP bans are very easy to get around these days.
Yeah.
So definitely contact the authorities in those situations. Now, if you feel like a person is just annoying you, I know some people will yell harassment if they are annoyed by a person and there's no harassment going on. Don't waste your time reporting that to us, because we're just gonna throw it away.
Um, can I answer a question, Mark? The stereo equipment. There is a guy going on multiple sites to try and lure young guys to his private site to record them. If I give you a screenshot, can you do anything about him? What happens on other websites, we can't do anything with.
He says if he gets on here, can you do anything about him?
If he gets on here, report him with proof. And
yes, if somebody does something on the website, such as that, on Vaughn Live, definitely file a report with proof, and of course we'll handle it.
But yeah, definitely with the harassment. You guys are in charge of your interactions with other people, don't you think? Oh,
yes.
it's so hard because we're talking separately tonight. You're in charge of your interactions with other people. If you put yourself out there in a situation with other people and then it goes south and they turn on you, honestly, that's not our fault. That's got nothing to do with us. You put yourself in that position. But if you've got somebody harassing you so badly that you feel you're not safe, you do need to contact the authorities and get help.
I just received a notification on my phone just now saying we have received your report regarding Ohamas and will review it shortly.
Okay.
Whenever you submit a report, you will receive an email saying that we received it.
Awesome.
That doesn't mean we've read it yet. It just means we received it.
Cody, they do seem to come to me with everything, and that's okay. And I try not to talk when I can see Mark's talking, so we don't overlap.
Oh, don't watch for me to talk. Just
listen.
If you have
to
something
it.
to say,
I'll just
throw it out there.
But yeah, I mean, harassment is a big deal, and you guys, you can control the harassment that happens on the website. You can choose to ignore people
Believe
that
it or
are
not,
harassing.
yeah, that is true. That is absolutely true. Believe it or not.
You can shun people that are harassing. You can ban them from your channels. We had somebody that people, said, "Oh, he's a pedo" on another site. He shouldn't be here. You got to ban him. Well, we don't have anyone under 18, and when we find them, we boot them out. So we're not, pedos aren't our concern, and we don't have issues with that. And our reply back was, if you don't want that person in your channel, ban him. And
Absolutely.
if everybody bans him and ignores him, then, guess what? He's gone. He goes away. And that's where you guys have power as a community to handle situations like that. And they can handle it much better than we can, really, when you think about it, right, Mark, when they band together like that.
Absolutely. When a community, bands together and calls somebody out and says, hey, that's not cool what you're doing, that's much more effective than anything we could do on an administrative level.
Now, what about banding together to torment somebody? Is that going to be a good thing or a bad thing?
If that falls under, if somebody is, a group of people is trying to, harass you. I mean, this is like the mild form of harassment. I mean, there's like different forms. We only handle the extreme forms of harassment because those are the ones that can be dangerous. Like if somebody is just going around bugging you, saying random things, trying to upset you, the best thing to do is, if you're the broadcaster, ban them. If you're a moderator, ban them. If you're a viewer, ignore them. Contact the moderator or the broadcaster to have them handled. Or if all else fails, just leave the room that they're in. There's no reason to subject yourself to that. Although we do want you to have a good time here, we can't control those aspects. You guys have to step up and control that on your end as well. You know, this is a team effort.
This is hard to read, guys.
It definitely is a team effort. So does anyone have questions on harassment and what to do if they're being harassed?
Can we report on behalf of others who are being harassed but may not be confident enough to report for themselves? Suddenly, Pineapples, yes, if it's a valid report of somebody being threatened, like their life being threatened with proof, absolutely report it. Also contact the authorities. Miss Scruffy?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did we lose you?
You didn't. You actually, you know, I looked at the chat and I got lost reading it. And, you know, because they're saying a lot. Everyone's got a lot of really great comments.
You know, I'm actually, I know I'm not responding to all the questions at this moment, but there are several questions I'm seeing, such as what Froggy B is pointing out, and you know, that I'm gonna address toward the end here. Absolutely, Sean Yo. Somebody saying death threats, I will be reporting them. Absolutely.
But just be sure there's valid proof with that when you do.
Someone allowed to put up personal info on you. You never gave them permission to make public. Then what? Well, the three bears. If somebody is putting personal information out and it is absolutely not available through public record, then yes, report that, because that's not cool. But at the same time, contact the broadcaster and the moderators in the room and say, hey, this person's posting this. Please do something about it. And if the broadcaster doesn't do anything about it, then that responsibility then lies on the broadcaster. So if we get a report about it and we find out the broadcaster didn't do anything, then the broadcaster is going to be in trouble.
I'm not sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't click on those links.
No, don't. That's our little buddy who gets bored and decides to come and spam us.
TinyPic is a horrible service.
Yeah.
There's so much better image services like Imager.
And you know what's really sad is I was going to add to that comment, a comment to what you just said. Oh, yeah, the personal information thing. Okay.
Yes.
Now, one of the things, too, that's really tricky about the personal information is that...
Because I want you to?
How do we know it's personal information? Because a lot of times people give out their phone number, they give out their names.
I can make you see a lot
more than that. They put it out
there.
And, you know, so it's really hard for us, you know, where we're at to be able to judge whether or not that is information that really truly is personal information or not. And so it's kind of a slippery slope for us as far as handling that goes. You know,
it is.
I did have one
basically, you know, if somebody's going around saying, hey, this is Ohamas's phone number, call him right now to harass him. Call his number right now. Then, you know, that's not cool. But at the same time, I've seen that happen to people where their numbers are publicly available, be it through criminal records or home address records. You know, like these public name lookups often have phone numbers listed there. You know, businesses. You know, if you own a business, I've seen somebody be harassed with their business information. You can't do anything about it because it's public. It's public knowledge. So, you know, basically, it's more of a issue that the broadcaster and the mods need to handle. I know I said earlier to report it, but it's really more of an issue that the caster and the mods need to handle. You know, because the report, you know, yeah.
Hey, Mark.
Miss Gruffy?
Can I say something real quick? My Skype just popped up, and someone's actually trying to report personal information problem via my Skype. And again, I would like to remind everybody, I do not take reports on Skype.
Okay, I'm going to have fun with this one. May I?
Yes, you may,
Okay.
because it's getting old.
I've seen and received countless messages for the last 48 hours saying, please, for the love of God, stop talking about the same rule crap over and over and over. We get it. We understand. We know to do reports a certain way. We know that you can't show kids. All that crap. And then, you know, we are just as annoyed by that as you guys that are saying, well, enough already. But apparently there are still people out there that just don't get it. And this is a great example. We literally, not even 30 minutes ago, just covered what's a good report, what's a bad report, and how to report it. And what happens if we get a report via Skype, Facebook, or email.
And
Those
the
are not
person's in the
valid.
channel right now, they heard us when we went over it. So they were listening. They heard. They just
I think we should implement a rule where if somebody is abusing our personal communication lines, to block them.
Because I would hate to have to shut my Skype down. I like having it where the community has access to me if they want to say, hey, how are you? Or suggest something, or, you know, interact with stuff. But, you know, it's not there to report on. We have a system. It's called the report system. We have a button. Use the button. Because we do need to keep a record of the reports that are coming in so that we can go back and reference them if we are having a continued problem with somebody.
Knowledge Worm, how do we delete our account? How do we delete our account? How do we delete our account? At the moment, deleting an account is not available. It will be in the near future. It's just not a priority at the moment due to the beta status of the website. I'm sorry, the chat's kind of moving fast, so if I miss your question, I'm honestly not trying to ignore you.
I think we should
No,
probably
Alex.
just totally turn this over to a Q&A, don't you? Because we covered reports, we covered harassment.
If you don't have anything else to specifically cover, like certain topics you want to cover, then yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I want them to feel that they have a voice. Knowledge Worm, please stop spamming the channel with that, or I'm going to have to ban you from it, okay?
Don't make Miss Scruffy have to slap a hoe.
I don't like banning anyone from the channel. You know, I don't do it easily. But at the same time, you know, people have valid questions here that they would like to ask. And we would love to hear from you guys.
Alright, Knowledge Worm. I'm gonna slap a hoe.
I got him.
I'm gonna slap a hoe. The owner of the site's gonna slap a hoe. I just slapped a hoe.
Well, he got double slapped.
Oh, Daryl and Miss Scruffy both slapped a hoe.
It's not fair to the people that have valid questions.
Yes.
Way too fast for me, guys.
Okay, so
Gamer Girl, yes, in the future we are going to have a private chat.
you're reading my
system in
mind,
place.
Miss Scruffy. I was about to address that. Yes, for the millionth time, we will have a private messaging system that is in the very near future. I've wanted to get the chat issues addressed
These
first.
people that want their accounts
before we
deleted,
move
it's
into
actually
that realm.
easy.
I definitely have.
They just need to
a private
broadcast
messaging system
something that
planned. I got it all
violates
set up in
TOS.
my head. I just gotta finish the new chat code, and then you know, go from there with it. But yes, PMs, IMs, they are coming. They're coming. Cookies and shit. That is their
You might
username.
do
We are
I-
already in the channel you're spamming, sir. Great looking out, though.
I think he got hit by a lot of people that time. Oh no. But yeah,
Uh.
I'm excited about the private messaging. I know a lot of people want that in place, and I think it's going to be great to have easy access and stuff, you know, within the community like that. So, and I'm all about communication, Mark. You know that.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, when we had the last town hall, I literally, between my Skype and my email, I had hundreds of messages, and I did not go to bed that night until I responded to every single
Oh
one.
yeah, that last town hall. I got people, a few people. All right, one person ripping on me because I didn't immediately respond to their.
Well, you were fixing
Good question.
chat. You were working
I'm
on
like,
the
oh
chat.
my
That
God.
was more important. But I took care of all my communications.
Is there a way to slow chat scrolling? That is, I actually removed the slow mode from the chat system to add a performance feature, and slow mode is definitely coming back. Mark, will there be flash headers at all?
Well, I am
flash headers will not happen because of security issues with Flash. Welcome, True Oz. Can channels have a promotion video start when people enter the channel? Kind of channel promotion if no one's casting? Diamond Black Vapor. I've kicked around the idea on how to do that, on how best to do that without it draining our current resources, because that sort of thing is expensive. But I do like the idea. But at the same time, it kind of discourages broadcasting. I don't know. It's kind of like you go back and forth weighing the pros and cons of it, and you just end up in this vicious circle. But it is something that I am considering, definitely. It's not a priority, but Mark, will you have titles soon? By titles, I assume the coming at you live, being able to change those. Yes.
Oh, I can hardly wait for that to work. That'll be great.
Will you say in front of everybody that my Reefer Madness is not promoting anything and it's just a movie poster? Okay. Rico says, Serious Mark, can I cast on my iPad? Yes, you can cast using the LiveView app. LiVU is a third-party app. We did not develop it, but Yves should be able to hook you up with the settings for that. Let's see. Please don't add side cams like people are asking. It ties up bandwidth. Yeah, I have no intention of adding side cams.
But we are going to have a co-host feature.
Yes, there is going to be a co-host feature. I know somebody was asking, how can we do what you're doing right now, Mark? I'm using XSplit and a screen region capture on Skype. And that's
if people want to have the side cams, which I'm assuming they mean by multiple cams, you can use Uvu, which is up to 12. It's a free service. You can also use Google Plus and Skype. Now, I don't like the thought of using Skype because didn't you say that was like $10 a month?
Yeah. True Oz, there's a reason why we only are able to do third-party apps right now. There's only so much time and resources that I can commit to development. So that's why we're having to use third-party apps. And I think it's great that we do have third-party apps available that work with our service. So people can,
they'll answer they won't, or I'll just ask Mark later.
Make their own way to broadcast and all that stuff. It's great to see the things people come up with using those apps.
Yeah.
What is the streaming bitrate on Vaughn? Basically, whatever you push to it. But keep in mind, whatever the higher bitrate you push, the less people will be able to watch it, because not a lot of people have the computer power to watch it. They might have the internet connection to watch it, but a lot of people don't have the power. Hard to get a question in here. Mark, is there going to be encoding in the description of the chat for Globe and IP track like Blog TV? Absolutely not. I am against the Globe trackers. I think that poses a privacy and security risk.
Hey, Mark,
thank you so much for creating this channel. I appreciate it immensely, and the kindness of all your staff. Absolutely the train. Ms. Griffey?
I want to ask a question for somebody who's asked it multiple times, and I know they want an answer. On the top bar where we've got the tabs, and you can either look at the Vaughn or you could look at Instagib to see who's on.
Yes.
Will we ever have additional tabs up there to categorize our website?
We're going to have an options button. I've just kind of been kicking around this idea for a little bit. It's going to be an options button that they'll give you a list of options to filter certain casts. Show only the channels that you follow, show only channels, whatever categories we introduce, that sort of thing. Search is coming on the next iteration of Vaughn Live.
Yes.
320 by 240 is prime resolution off of your guests and broadcasts. Yeah, we are going to offer full HD co-host windows. But that'll probably change the more we test it when we get it out to test everybody.
Hey, Mark, can
Yes.
I kind of revisit a subject really fast?
Yes.
Somebody goes, they were asking about, the ability to search for a friend that's online.
Mm-hmm.
Would not until something else is, in place, wouldn't the exclamation mark find and then that username, if that person that they're wanting to find is actually active on the site somewhere, it's going to tell you where they're at in the last.
That's a yes and no situation right now, but because due to the chat issues, I've had to remove Vaughn from most of the channels.
Okay.
And Vaughn will only be able to return the find and seen information if the person is in the channel that Vaughn is in. If the person is active in a channel that Vaughn is not in, and somebody types a find on them, and it's not going to find them.
Okay. I mean, it's worked a few times for me, but I wasn't sure.
That's all being fixed. It's like, we're starting to get things smoothed out to where everything's working a lot better than it was. The influx of traffic definitely put things to the test on certain pieces of code, and we're working our best to fix them and correct them to make it better for everybody.
Mark, what size will the co-host be in ratio to the caster? Did you already have that figured in?
I was thinking of what was I have the dimensions.
Because I know you've been working.
It's going to be a 16:9 ratio. Of course, just like our video here. But oh man, I'll have to pull the code up another time and to answer that question. I apologize for not having that. I should have had that.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot with that, but you.
Yeah, phone app. We're not focused on phone apps at the moment, mostly because I'm the only person coding everything, and we got to focus on the issues of the site being broken. As far as the chat system needs to be totally redone because crap code on my part. Of course, the profile website is in the process of, it's in preparation, basically. Let's see, Mission says this shit's not working right. What's not working right, Mission? Are you going to add co-hosts to the HQ casters, or is it going to be just for MV caster? I'm not sure what that means. Oh, I got you, the Northern Monkey. I got you. Yeah, yeah, I am going to have a tool such as the MVN caster to, for co-hosting. It will be obviously a stripped down version, but yeah. Will there be an embed feature for Instagib? Yes. In fact, it's already there. It's just not visible.
You just haven't had a chance to get it updated, so
yeah. Mogwai, if a user develops a phone app for Vaughn, would you consider spamming it? I assume you mean promote it. If it's a great app that I think people would love and free, because I want the apps to be free for Vaughn users, including the one that I'm planning on releasing, then absolutely. Our VaughnBot has not been posting when visitors enter and exit the room. Philly Bill 58, if you check your chatters list and Vaughn is not there, but he's online, go to the VN tab and type exclamation point force and then press enter, and he should join your room, and you should have those back. Will you soon have a place to record our show to keep our show in archives here, please? We currently record all broadcasts, but only the broadcaster has access to them at the moment. We store these for 24 hours after you end your broadcast. So like 24 hours after this broadcast ends is when it'll be deleted from our system. So you have 24 hours to download your broadcast after it ends to upload to YouTube or what have you. In the future, we're going to have a direct upload to YouTube feature. Of course, an archive player to share with others if you so wish. Of course, you'll be able to, in the future, disable archives altogether. But
Mark,
that's all coming in time.
Someone wants to know, is Vaughn going to start charging to be used?
Vaughn Live will always be free. However, we will be adding options, like extra features, like premium features that you can pay optionally. Now, it'll always be free to use, basic features, but there will be options to add on to your account, for a monthly fee or a quarterly fee or an annual fee. How do you pay the bills? Well, there are several ways. I was gonna say a smart answer. I apologize. Ad revenue, Vcoin sales, donations, sales of chat commands, sales of chat emoticons, sales of T-shirts, coffee mugs, what have you. Those all go to the server bills. I am missing some questions here. What are Vcoins? Vcoins are Vaughn coins. They're used to play the chat games within the Vaughn bot. If you notice the Vaughn chat bot in some channels, he is our resident chat bot that is available for games. He's almost always available in the VN tab. As of recently, I've had to remove him from most channels while we work on smoothing out the chat issues. So there you go. Limpdog says, "Trust me, you aren't missing anything." Is it against the rules to sell things on Vaughn on a broadcast? As long as it's legal within the United States, it is fine. How to enable enter and exit messages from Vaughn when he is in a channel? Type !notice. And to turn it off would be !notice off. All one word. I don't think you were prepared for all the Blog TV people to come over, hear how much we would enhance your site. The Three Bears, I was not expecting a lot of traffic. I spent countless sleepless nights working to get the site prepared to handle a decent amount of traffic. I worked all the way up until the minute Blog TV was shutting down, and I still, still not finished scaling things up for everybody. Miss Gruffy?
Oh, I was agreeing with you. I mean, he really didn't. He wasn't sleeping hardly at all trying to get things ready. I mean, a lot of us weren't. Some of the staff, the techs, the crew, we were all, working to help make this transition as easy as possible on the folks coming in.
Yes.
And it's been crazy. It's been busy, and we're tired. But we're just so excited to see the growth in the website.
I love seeing all the new faces here.
Unexpected at this time, obviously, but very exciting to meet so many new people.
Despite the little amount of sleep I've gotten, I've thoroughly enjoyed the challenge of scaling the website up to handle everybody coming over. I love it. I know it's frustrating for some.
Thanks,
like,
Dave.
oh man, the site, this isn't working right at the moment. All this crap, Trust me, I'm working on it. I really am. And
give it time. I mean, anytime you move from one home to another, you have to adjust to it. It's not going to be an automatic, easy comfort level,
Yeah. We went from, 20 to 30 average live broadcasters at any given moment to, 80 to 100?
Depending on the time of day. Early morning hours, about 60 to 80, and then during the day and evening, up to over 100 even.
And I think considering the increase in volume that we've received, I think we've done pretty good so far, considering chat has been really the only major issue.
Yeah. And everyone's been so awesome and supportive and understanding about this. All the new folks coming in, they were like really great about it. They were like, we know you weren't expecting us, and there's a lot of us, and we know we're taxing your system, but thank you for letting us here. And they've just been awesome, and the folks that were already here have been embraced them and been very awesome as well. So.
Yes, I thank all of you for your patience through all of this, and trust me, if it's frustrating for you, it's like 100 times more frustrating for me, because I'm a user just like you guys. I'm a broadcaster just like you guys, and I hate when things break. I honestly do. More so because I'm the one that has to fix them, but that's neither here nor there. But,
King, I'd like to address that. King said maybe next time we have a town hall, that we could only have one representative from each channel. And I just don't agree with that, because everybody that has an account is a caster. Mm-hmm. So, I don't really want to, leave anybody out of the ability to come into the town hall and participate and ask questions.
Yeah, you know, we don't want to single anybody out. We don't want to alienate anybody either.
Absolutely don't want to alienate.
So you know, while I see where you're coming from with the intention, and I think it's great. You know, it's just something that's best left alone. Welcome, Bob. You don't get featured here. It depends on your viewer count. Actually, it depends on the number of logged in chatters.
The guests do not count. The lurkers and the guests.
Yes, guests do not count. So if you have the most logged in chatters in your room, you will automatically get the #1 spot on the front page and the #1 spot on the top bar.
Yeah, and I'd like to address that, Mark, if you don't mind.
What's that?
Because I've been getting a lot of, emails and such as that. As far as featuring on the front page, some people have said, hey, you need to pick other channels to be featured there, and, offering all these suggestions on it. And I keep coming back to the same thing. If we take and start picking who we feature on the front page, then that is going to make other people feel left out and singled out and excluded, and it would, I think, create a bigger problem than allowing the signed-in viewers to make that decision instead. Does that make sense, the way I said that?
Yes.
To leave it up to the viewers themselves,
Yes,
I mean,
the viewers essentially determine.
They determine it, not us. I don't want us to make that determination. So say, let me pick on somebody. Gosh, I got to pick on Little Miss Sunshine. Say Little Miss Sunshine decides to have a cast tomorrow night. If you guys want Little Miss Sunshine to be on that front page, then what you have to do is you got to get your friends and say, hey, let's all go sign in Little Miss Sunshine's room, and let's get her on the front page. Team up together to push that person up the bar. And at the same time, if someone's casting that you think is absolutely a horrible person because they're being racist or for whatever reason, same impact. Don't go in there.
Yes.
And they won't get on the front bar.
Now, I know several people, they're even saying so right now. Several people are saying, why don't you randomize the front page? That's something I've been thinking about. I've been considering all that crap. It's just not the right time to implement that sort of feature.
Because ultimately, I think that no matter what ratio for that we come up with at this point,
Yeah.
someone's going to feel left out.
And Frank, the reason why the town hall is so far down the top bar is because we're on the backup server, backup chat server just for town hall, so it's not sending the correct data to the video top bar generation system.
Yeah, we wanted to impact the other channels as less as possible with this, so
Yes.
we did that.
Mark, can you explain again how to have the announce feature for when viewers join and leave? You'll need the Vaughn bot in your room. If you don't have it, go to the VN tab, type !force. In your room, once the Vaughn bot is in there, type !notice. That turns on the enter and exit notices. Then if you want to turn them off, type !notice off, all one word, and there you go.
I need to answer a question real fast before it
Yes.
disappears and I forget. Kodiak, to find that information, go to the Tech Corner and scroll down in the About section, and we've got those links posted there. And plus, Yves is here, and I'm sure he would love to get together with you and talk to you about it as well. He is so awesome and amazing at mobile casting. So
Yes.
he's the man with the answers on all those questions.
Thank you, Warbug. Warbug says, I'm just amazed at how mature, kind, caring, and helpful here for the most part. I've learned much here already and will do my part to help others ropes with the site. Yes, that is awesome, Warbug. I read on your profile, Mark, that you were thinking of getting rid of IRC chat. Is that still true? No, but IRC chat is not officially supported, but it will become a part of the VIP packages we are releasing soon. Categories we are definitely considering adding.
No, he broadcast on JTV.
How do we report the connection failed issues over on Instagib? Funk Metal, that was due to a cleanup routine I pushed. If you're still having connection failed issues, please clear your cache, possibly restart your browser, and it should be fixed. Why does it say thousands more at the bottom of the page? Because I'm too lazy to finish coding the browse page for this version of Vaughn Live. I'm already working on the next iteration of Vaughn Live, and it's got a browse page. So It's just for
Room
now, it just says
24.
thousands more.
The rumors on the $40 a month payment to use our services is false.
No, I think they're getting confused with something because I mentioned I mentioned a VIP Gold package for broadcasters, and I think some are getting confused, thinking that I'm going to charge to broadcast. That is not the case.
Ooh, no, not the case.
No, this would be something along the lines to add to your existing free account. This would be to add to your free account. It will always be free. To add transcoding, longer archive retention, stuff like that.
It'd be added features, not.
It's really it's not going to be a very popular package because it's only for like hardcore broadcasters. Like, I gotta have these features, that sort of thing. But there is a demand for it, so something that we're going to be adding. But our service is always going to be free. So if somebody says, "Oh my gosh, Vaughn is not going to be free," it's going to be free. Trust me.
It is, even though truly, when you think about it, we are offering a free service, but this service that we don't offer for free does cost money. And so definitely supporting through the Vcoin purchases, the donates, and things like that is an awesome thing to do if you can. But if you can't, don't worry about it. You still use the services.
The Northern Monkey, how do you customize the bot to welcome people in your show? Some people buy chat commands and use the chat commands like when somebody enters. We don't build custom chat bots. Vaughn is our custom chat bot for you guys. Hold on, there's a question I just saw and it scrolled off screen.
I bet it's the same one I saw. Was it about the emoticons?
No, Truck Central.
Yes, that one.
I know some are, but not a complete list. Can I get up to date or link to a page to all? At the moment, there we go. At the moment, we have the Tech Corner About section plus the How To section. Like if you click on the Help and Fact up at the top of the page, don't do it right now because they'll take you away from Town Hall. Don't do it yet. But there's a chat emoticons and chat commands page that lists the most common chat commands to use within your chat. These are not the Vaughn commands, these are just the chat interface commands. The emoticons, we don't list all the emoticons because I believe in people discovering the hidden ones, the Easter eggs, so to speak. Because it's more fun when you discover an emoticon that's not publicly listed. It's like, oh, holy crap, I figured something out that nobody else has figured out. It's this feeling of joy when you figure that out. Same with chat commands. We don't list all of the chat commands Vaughn does, like the,
Oh wait, I
like
see
the
one
fart
that I
command,
don't
you know.
have.
What's
There's a book.
that? What's that, Miss Gruffy?
Look at that book. You didn't give me that one.
That is a emoticon somebody recently purchased.
Oh, see, I don't even have them all.
Yeah, there was.
I like that one.
I think it was a couple people, or just one person bought a few emoticons that are from Blog TV, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Because they wanted that feel on here. So I was
those
like,
updates to me after this meeting.
Scarlett, if you go to the Tech Corner, which you can type, well, you can't do it in here, but if you go to VaughnLive.tv/tech_corner, I hate that underscore, by the way.
Sorry. Your fault.
You'll have information in the About section on how to purchase your own chat emoticon, or even your own Vaughn
chat will give you a
command.
headache, won't it?
Clear chat is /clear. Yeah, Truck Central, like I said, if you go into the Help and Fact, and then you click on Chat Commands, it gives you, the commands that you're looking for. Mark, I don't broadcast, nor do I have a question. However, I come to the chat and channels. Just wanted to let you know you're doing a great job on the site. Thank you, Daisy01.
Thanks,
Will
Daisy.
the Vaughn bot be able to play music requests like on Twitch? No. I'm sorry if I missed your question. The chat's running pretty fast right now.
It is. Everyone's showing
Do you
off
know
the
that Purge
emoticon.
does not work? Purge, it's got a glitch in the interface of it. It works. It's just sometimes, like if you're logged out, it might not purge the person. You might not see the person get purged. I'm working on fixing all of that. So please bear with me. Chainsaw Chat, yeah. Can I keep my mustache if I broadcast? Absolutely. The
I did see
PayPal
a
link
question
works.
mark.
Thank you. Oh yeah, somebody asked how can they directly donate to Vaughn Live. There's a green donate button at the top. It'll take you to a page with a PayPal button. Click on the PayPal button and donate however you know, 25 cents, $25, $2,500, whatever you wish, you know, or can contribute is much appreciated and goes back to our server bills. I will love you long time and send you a personal email reply. Mark Spike hair. Mark Spike is hair to be used to fill in the unibrow. Yes. If I were to kill someone, could I blame the site? No. Mark, why do you choose to be a sole programmer for the site? Because it's kind of a pet project, and it's a long story of, you know, it's just something I want to take on. It's something I want to take on that turned into a business.
I like Nerd Sauce's question. Mark, will there be a way to disable emotes in the chat room?
A few people have actually asked that, but it hasn't been. It's been like asked like 3 or 4 times over the last 6 months. So it's like, you know, in the future that might become an option.
That's something to put on the think about list.
How did you come up with the name Vaughn? My last name is Vaughn. My name is Mark Vaughn. I do not live in Ohio.
Be honest, Mark, you couldn't come up with a different name, so you settled for Vaughn. It was hard to pick a name.
Yeah. So, I suck at coming up with names. I really do. I am not creative in that aspect. So I was like, you know, I'll just use my last name.
I think it worked out. I couldn't imagine it being named anything other than Vaughn Live.
Suddenly Pineapple is not at this moment, but that is something I'm willing to consider in the future. Noodles,
Yeah,
our Lord and Savior Mark Vaughn. Jeez. Can we have help in fact to open in a new tab, please? Geo Laird, you know, that might be beneficial.
Something for us definitely to think on. I like that idea.
Vaughn was already well known from the bot. Yes. When I clicked through the that scrolled off. I'm trying to read as fast as I can, I promise.
Bean thinks that it should have been called Bean Live.
Bean Live, yes.
That's catchy.
When I click to go on Vaughn, the preview at the top of the caster says, the top caster says connection failed. Chevy Camaro, can you please send a screenshot to contact@vaughnsoft.com with that?
In King, we definitely need instant messaging, and that will be coming in the future.
Will there be a possibility to announce and schedule your shows? Will there be a possibility to pimp your channel by adding banners, pics, and animations, and etc.? We already offer the ability to embed images and whatnot.
I'm
into
able
the
to
about
read it,
section
bits and pieces of
or
it.
static images for your header and background. Schedules, I would love to have a schedule system in place. I think it'd be great, like a countdown timer to when the next show is, stuff like that. I think that would be awesome. So, yes.
Yvette, could you send that link for Kodiak to my Skype, and I will send it to him.
Open counter BB. Sorry.
I'm gonna make something.
Hey, Mud Dog. I didn't realize you were in here.
I'm hungry.
Oh, Mud Dog is in here. Welcome, Mud Dog. Will we ever
Hungry
be able to
bored.
see how many of our friends are online? KY Mama? Yes. That is coming. Sarah says, Mark and gang, I think you all work hard on the site, and it shows. Thank you, Sarah. We put a lot of time into this. Sorry for repeating. It's one of my questions. Oh, that's cool. Can you make the people stop opening boxes for a show? I don't know what that means.
Mr. Worm 2, I'd like to address that. If anyone wants to open boxes on their shows, then that's their choice because that's their channel. And we support people having that
Thank you for
ability
clarifying
to do
that,
what
Miss
they-
Gruffy. If you want to
I
open a
just,
box
you
on
know,
your channel,
If
actually,
you want to open a box, you
do
can
I have a
open
box? I don't have a box in here to open.
If
I
you
had
want
a
to
box
wrap
in
a
here,
box,
I would open it
you
right
can
now.
wrap a box. If you want
Are you going to add a description above the live video so we can add a title? Yes, the Coming At You Live will soon be editable, like on Instagib. You'll be able to change that. Terry123, I have a feeling the site is going to get a lot better. Yes, I have a lot of excellent, awesome things coming for you guys. A lot of bug fixes, too. So, please remain patient. I'm the only person coding this. So keep that in mind. I am the only person coding on the site. Of course, we have awesome staff and tech and crew that help with everything else on the site. On the site, lose my voice. But the coding part is all on me. It's a personal preference. But please remain patient. I can't really discuss the design changes yet. It's not at a point that I'm comfortable discussing them. I think they're a very awesome direction. I think you guys are gonna really like it. It's not going to be too much of a different layout as far as where things are positioned. It's going to have a different look, but the new look is mostly for functionality. I don't want people saying, oh, this guy is spending more time changing the look of the site than fixing problems on it. Well, whenever I change the look of the site, it's usually to fix problems. The whole changing of the look of the site kind of goes along with me fixing things. It's like, you know, I gotta fix this and this and this. It would be better if I had this over here to do this over here. So, you know, so don't think I'm just trying to blow off issues if you see the site change and there's still some issues that need to be worked out. It's, you know, it's all part of the process that we're going. There's lag in audio lately. Any reason? Vlogger Dog, that is dependent on the broadcast software and the broadcaster. Mark, don't ever tell a chat to type a number 1 in chat. That's a bad idea. It wastes a few minutes. Yes, I did that in my show. What was it, yesterday? Will you release like a patch notes list when you make significant changes? You know, as a developer, I've never done that. I take that back. I have done that a couple times, and it wastes so much time. It's like I've got a very short attention span. It's like this is a waste of time. I don't need to be doing this. I gotta be focusing on this. I don't need to be typing some
Bonnie,
fairy
hey Tinker,
crap,
hey Miami,
you know,
hello
list
Dave,
nobody's
hello,
gonna
everybody.
read. You know, so that's just the way I view things.
Hey, Mark. K-Mac has a good question.
Yes.
Well, he's pointing something out. He goes, because some people don't really understand how to mute somebody, how to ban them, and things like that. Can you show them on the screen what that would look like if you were going to click on a name and ban somebody or mute them?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
You know, kind of show them how that all works.
Actually, let me do a different screen region just for.
I'm gonna make me some homemade potato chips, guys.
So I've got to learn how to do screen region. It's on my list.
And
Hey Orlando,
put
bro.
this in the middle here. I'm gonna put
Hello,
it
everybody.
over your face, Miss Scruffy. Sorry.
Okay, not a problem. I'm not
Okay,
doing
so you
anything.
guys see the chat.
Kinda.
Let's see.
Better.
Who do I want to mute?
Yes, Miss Scruffy is the mother of Vaughn.
All right, so here's the thing. If I were to click on Ohamas, and see, I've got these options here that pop up. You know, profile takes you to the profile website.
Yeah, but here's
for
much
their
better
username.
there.
Ban
How
or
are you?
ban them.
Because you have me
Unmod,
too.
obviously. It unmods the person. Give it a second.
How could anybody not want to see me?
Okay, so you know, if you were to purge someone, it will just remove the text that they've already typed.
Granny, that's Stryker.
Ohamas is Striker Ohamas. Yes, he's one of our techs. Mute will prevent somebody from chatting for 5 minutes. So if I were to mute Ohamas right now, they could not chat for 5 minutes in this channel under that username. Now, if I wanted to unmute, now there is an unmute and then there's an unban button. They both do the exact same thing, but I have both of them there because some people are like, where's the unmute button? I see the unban button, but where's the unmute button? So I add the unmute button, even though it's the exact same thing. There's no kick button. I know some are like, "Where's the kick feature? You guys got the kick feature on here?" I'm thinking about adding a kick feature. I'm hearing you guys. So basically, all right, Ohamas, where are you at? Ohamas, Ohamas, sir, sir. This is why we can't have nice things. Okay, so I just muted him. There's a little bit of delay due to the interface, the way I have it set up. That's why it's delayed. So there. See, that's what happens. You have muted Ohamas, and it'll probably say that Mark has muted Ohamas. Blah blah blah. Ohamas cannot chat for 5 minutes now, and if you notice, it purged his chat as well. You saw the purged messages. That's what the purge command does, although there is a glitch in it where it sometimes doesn't work. But the purge command basically makes it where it removes all the chat that they previously posted, but you can still see the chat that they got. It doesn't. You don't have to unban them or anything. They can still chat even if you purge them. Poor Striker.
Aww.
So I'm gonna go ahead and unban him.
Well, come on, don't leave him where he's at.
Frank brings a good question. Unban and unmod all command. Yes, there's something I definitely want to add to the chat system, is the ability to unmod everybody and unmod or unban everybody as well from a channel.
Yes, Foxhead, you could always mute if the purge is being glitchy and doesn't want to cooperate.
Yes. Yeah, that little lag you saw in the chat interface, you know, when I was doing the mutes and unmutes, that's all chat interface crap, because of the way I developed it. That's me.
Hey, Mark, can I comment on something?
Absolutely.
Randy just said you now, not kick and ban. I mean, do they not?
What's you
Are they
now?
not allowed to kick people or ban people from their channels?
What's you now?
I know. I shouldn't have asked that, but I was curious. Are they not?
I have no idea.
That would be awful.
Yes, I am actually using XSplit here. Coffee412